to my dentist, actually. It wasn't at the park. And I was dressed just like this, wearing white. You know, this is the way I dress in the street.
You stabbed the dentist?
No, so I'll tell you a story. So I was at the dentist. I came out downtown San Diego. And as I was going, this guy was like yelling all this stuff at me. He was driving by. I was like, what? I was like, get down and talk to me, you know. The guy kept driving. I'm like, whatever. So I get in my car, I start driving. The guy busts a U, right? He comes after me. So he's behind me and he's talking all this stuff. So I pull over because I don't like to bark. I'm ready to bite, but I'm not a barker, right? So I'm like, look, if you got something to say it to my face. Let's do this, right? So I pulled. The guy kept going. I'm like, all right, whatever. So I keep going. I go. Then he goes on past. I'm like, all right, he's gone. I go to get some gas. This guy pulls back. So I pull out of the gas station. I pull up. And I'm like, look, you got something to say. Say it to my face.
Here is the nursemaid's building. I talked to the attendant that's working inside the gas station at this moment. She did say that there was no reports made and she had not heard anything about anybody being stabbed.
So this guy jumps out and he starts, and I recorded on my phone because the reason I recorded too, because we weren't recording, it wasn't da'wah. The reason I recorded because I knew that if something happened, the police would arrest me. You know, I'd be the one that'd be like in trouble because, you know, they're always going to blame me. So I was like, I'm going to record that this guy's coming. So I recorded him and he comes and this video's online and he starts talking all this stuff and I toss my camera, I go out, we get into it and I got him. You know, I punched him, he got him. You know, he was this big guy. And during the struggle, the guy pulls out a knife. I didn't see it and he slices me. Instantly, alhamdulillah, I was holding his knife. You know, I was holding his hand. So he couldn't get like a good jab, but he sliced me. And, you know, right afterwards, when I realized this guy stabbed me, I was like, oh, this guy, you know. So I grabbed his knife. He ran away. I drove myself, you know, and I was bleeding at the time.
To the hospital.
Yeah. So I went to the hospital. Alhamdulillah, I gave the knife, you know, all of that to the police because, you know, it was a stabbing. They had to call the police. And, you know, they patched me up, alhamdulillah. Right afterwards, from the hospital, I went to go pick up my son from school. You know, I was already patched up, but I called him like, yo, get out of school. And he was like, what? And you'll see a picture he took, you know, and I got stabbed. But
the picture that circulated on Twitter showing that he had been stabbed, if you've used fake blood, it doesn't darken the way normal blood does. Blood darkens and it's spread on your skin. It should be pretty dark. Look when we zoom in. I've known several people who have been stabbed and then it soaks their pants. Why? Because blood starts running down their body. Here we have no wound up top. We have a wound down at the bottom and the blood somehow runs about 8 inches up Sheikh Uthman's body. His blood miraculously flowed against gravity. If you look at the picture, you see blood spatters off to the left of the wound, and you see little specks of blood everywhere. The spatters come from outside blood. That does not come from soaking from inside a garment.
You know, so I picked him up, came home, but I was drained, you know. But alhamdulillah, we met with the police. That guy also got arrested. You know, a lot of people have tried to figure out, you know, timings and all of that to try to get, you know, because
if it was self-defense or not?
Yeah, alhamdulillah. I didn't get arrested. He did. It is self-defense. He came at me. So we're good, you know.